Oh man, how's it going?
Okay, I guess. I mean,
Oh man.
honestly, we check in with each other every week, but really we should be checking in with our equipment and our software that we use.
See how they're feeling, you know?
Yeah,
Are
because
you in the mood to do this podcast today, Mr. Computer?
really it all hinges on it.
Yeah,
So
straight up. We gotta be more respectful of their time.
that's true.
You know, we're too demanding. Just out here telling them when they want to work. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
something that's weird that I thought about, like for
Mm.
real, that like it's really gonna sound like a pothead thing, but I swear it's not. It's like I had to start coherent, fully with all my vices and all of that in order. It was just in
Mhm.
my head normal. Um do like when it's 1 o'clock for me
Mhm.
and it's a 24-hour day, do like computers live in that same like is it like is every computer going by the time of their zone or are they on like computer time?
Okay. All right.
You know, like
This
I
is
don't know why.
interesting. I know. Nope. I love this. I love this. I love how your brain's moving. Okay. So, what you are presenting is a possibility that computers are living in the time that they are in. So, we have our computers. We're in Eastern Daylight Time now.
Yeah.
All computers around us are like, great, Eastern Daylight Time. That's what we're doing. But at their core,
Mm-hmm.
there is a separate
Yes.
computer world that they are all tapped into that has its own time, its own rules, all of that. And so when they screw up, it's possibly because of their time.
Right, because they're not on their cardian rhythm.
Right.
They're on
Yeah.
ours, like
Yes.
all these computers are made in the same like 5 places and then
Mm-hmm.
sent out.
Right.
What if like this computer's like, yo, like I'm Swedish, my G. Like, I supposed to be up at this time. you know?
Okay. All
And like
right.
and his whole life he's just struggling because
Mm-hmm.
like imagine being like a really like bright day worker and like somebody forces you to load trucks at UPS at 4 a.m. Like
Right.
you ain't gonna win. And we over here judging that dude who got put in this dynamic. I feel
Right.
like the computers are that. Like some people have a bad computer. It's not a bad computer. It's just not a New York computer. It was
Okay.
meant to be
All right.
somewhere else.
Okay.
Living a
I
different life.
I like this. I like how this is coming together. I'll give it. Sure, why not?
Yeah,
Absolutely. That there's some sort of computer time.
I'm
And
telling
that's
you. Like I
because
don't even think it's restricted by like 24 hours. They don't care about sunlight. They inside. Like they
right.
might have a 48-hour day, a 30-hour day. It might be a weird time frame.
Right,
And
right.
so now they gotta keep track of our time because we turning them on and telling them what we need by our day. But they got their own rhythm. Like what if they got like 6-day, 40-hour work week, like weeks,
Okay.
and that's how their rhythm is.
Here's why I believe you, because as I've talked about like last week and the week before, all of my personal computers failed at the same
Right.
time. All of them. Work, personal and work. Work. My work
Yeah.
phone is now acting up and it's connected through the internet. And my laptop and my phone, all within like a 10-day period. So
Straight up. They don't know
they're
each other.
yeah, they're on their own
Bro.
times.
It
And
might have been
it's
like computer solstice or something.
yes, and a lot of the computers in my office also in the same week also messed up. And they were still trying to figure all of that out. So it's possible that for them, it's a new year, right?
Yeah.
It's the holidays, and they're like, we don't work now or
Yeah.
something. Yeah,
They need a
I
break.
fully believe you. Yeah, I
And
believe
we
it.
don't know their holidays. We haven't put them on the calendar.
We sure have it.
No respect.
Yeah.
We
No,
don't
not
we
at
don't think
all.
about them enough.
Mm-mm.
I've
You're
given
right.
this like real thought. I really feel like they have another rhythm. We haven't figured it out yet. And it's because there's too many moments when like the answer for tech has been like, yo, just kick it. You know what I mean? Like,
Have you tried unplugging it? Just
yeah, like
blow
that
on
can't
it.
be the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And like all that is just like you shoving the dude that just fell asleep. Like, yo, he just dozed off. Be like, all right, fine, B, I'm here, I'm up. But he don't want to be because he's not naturally supposed to be vibing at that rhythm.
Oh my gosh, you're absolutely right. Yeah, no. And also when they turn on us, when the computers turn on us, it will be all at the same time and none of us will know what that time is.
Yup.
That we're all think about this, how we all were just like, yo, when the year 2000 hits, it's possible nothing will work. So get batteries and bottled water. And that's such a human way to look at it. When computers were like, that's not even what's going to set us off. This is cute. A few zeros is what's going to get us confused. No, we're built on zeros. What are you talking about?
I got all the zeros and ones I want, okay?
Yeah. Oh, boy.
I'm going to look into this further. I'm not going to get far, admittedly, because I don't understand it, but I'm going to try.
Yeah.
And
you may not find anyone who fully agrees with you, and that's okay because they don't know the ways of the computer.
Listen, all I'm trying to do, admittedly, is to relay, even if it's just to one computer, that I'm empathetic towards their struggle. If I could just get my computer to understand that while I don't understand it, I want to.
Right.
I think that's the step in the right direction.
Yes. Yes, yeah. We see you, we hear you, computer.
Yeah,
we want to know your pain.
But
also, can we record right now, please? Little things like that.
That's it. We gotta look into these things, yo. Oh man, but I am excited for you. I know you're heading to Australia.
Yeah.
Nah, man, it's gonna be good times.
It'll be something. I mean, I haven't done much research into Melbourne yet, or Australia, except for looking up the racial makeup of it, and then I just closed the laptop. Didn't even close the tab. I just closed the whole laptop, put it under my bed, and said, "Well, okay." But yeah, like it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. I won't allow myself to feel excited until I'm halfway there. But
there you go.
Which is a 23-hour travel ordeal.
That is disgustingly long.
Did I tell you the jumps of what I have to do?
No.
Newark to LA, LA to Auckland, New Zealand, Auckland to Melbourne.
And that's in a row? Like you get breaks in there?
I mean, I guess there are a couple of like a 2 or 3 hour layover, but I think I have to like go through whatever I have to go through in order to fucking get from domestic to international. So it may actually be a tighter squeeze than that. I'm not sure.
That's beast. Like,
yeah,
you know what? Like with trips like that, like you have to assume there could be a point where like I think 3 transfers is the number where like you just assumed your bags are getting lost.
Oh, exactly, which is why I am trying to do everything in a carry-on. Everything.
Yeah, like
all
3?
of it. Yeah, I thought when it was like I was like, oh, I wish I had like a big bag that I could check and then it could go through. But that was before I saw what the itinerary was. And now that I know it, I'm like, I'm gonna carry everything in little baggies and I'm gonna shove it all in one shopping bag, and that's going under the seat. Like there's no way. There's no way.
I don't believe in them that much. Question. Now, there's a limit to how big your carry-on could be, right?
Right.
Is there a limit to how small your checked bag could be?
I don't think so, but I mean, I don't know how small. I feel like they will encourage you to like, if it's a super small bag, depending on what's in it, they'll probably try to encourage you to like carry it on with you. But if you are checking some small bag, it is because it's probably because it's something that they wouldn't let you carry on.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
Like if it was a big bottle of lotion or if it was alcohol, like that, you would have to check. Even if that was the only thing in that bag. If you put that in your suitcase, you'd have to check the suitcase. because of what that is. That's the other thing that helps them determine whether or not to check stuff. So you could have a bag that's small, like a carry-on bag, but if
Right,
what you
right.
have in it is like something that needs to be checked and you don't want them to throw it out in order to get it on the plane with you,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you'd have to check it.
Like I'm
So,
debating on like on a trip like that, like having a bag that I could lose and just putting an air tag on it and seeing its life, you know?
oh, I mean, I guess people do put air tags in bags that are being checked and they can check on it that way. But I'm like, why would I want to sit in another country with no underwear, watching my underwear travel the rest of the globe? You know what I
That's
mean? Like,
but that's what I'm saying. That like if we could control the size of the bag, we could just put a bag that we're comfortable losing. Like buy some cheap lotion so that you have an excuse for checking in the bag. Get a
I
bag you don't
have,
care about losing.
I don't have anything I don't care about losing. I'm not, because here's the thing, I certainly care about losing that air tag. Them things ain't cheap. So,
Yeah, there's an air tag of mine on a yellow school bus. My
that's what you
daughter
call your kids?
straight up, no.
Air tags?
We put air tags on their keys. My
Uh-huh.
daughter went on a school trip and we see this air tag go up and down Atlantic Avenue every day now for the last 4 weeks. And I we we told the school, like, yo, I want my daughter's keys back. They're like, we don't know where it is. I was like, I can tell you where it is right now. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's parked at the slot with all the other yellow buses. And I can tell you
Uh-huh.
where it is in a half hour when it goes to pick up kids in the
Oh,
other side of
wow.
Brooklyn. Like I'm watching it every day, just go up and down Atlantic Avenue.
Man. Yeah,
You know?
no, that's what I mean. I don't wanna do that with underwear or sneakers or something. You know what I mean? So, I looked on the map of Melbourne. They have laundromats. I'm like, great, that cuts everything. I'm gonna bring in half because I can wash it.
That's a good
And
call. I like that.
yeah. And so, that's about it. It's just a matter of putting all of the various potions that I need into tiny little bottles and then packing those.
I wonder you just hit me there with that. Like there has to be places where there aren't laundromats, right? Like I don't think that's globally ubiquitous, right? Like I think that's
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like, I am in no way well traveled
yeah.
at all. So I feel like I've only gone to places where there are probably laundromats. And this is just now hitting me like, oh, you can wash your stuff if you're there for a long time. But
Yeah.
yeah, I imagine there are places that you can go where they don't have a way you don't have a way of washing your clothes.
Right.
But
Like I'm sure they have like washing machines, but like a laundromat as a business, like that's like I don't think they
yeah,
have I didn't see one in the Dominican Republic. I'm sure I'm wrong, but like
right.
I'm
So
curious,
yeah, like how that works if you're in a place like if you stay in a hotel, right?
right?
And they have laundry service, right? Which means you got to pay them to come and pick up your clothes, they'll wash them, blah blah blah. But I don't do drop off with my I like to wash my clothes. I am not I
Really?
Yeah, I don't drop my shit off. Just because I've been in laundromats and I've seen people come in with their clothes and they have these detailed instructions, and the person behind the counter is nodding and going, yep, and writing it down. And then they leave. And then the person working there just throws all that shit into one of the big machines and uses whatever watered down detergent they have. And then they just wash it all together. They dry it all together. They fold it up. They give it to you. And I'm like, nope. I have some choice vintage Old Navy t-shirts, and I'm trying to like, I know people complain about fast fashion, which is just like cheaply made clothes that are made available and they're in like the stock, whatever the big trends are, and people buy them and they wear them once or twice and it all falls apart once you get it out of the dryer and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, I buy clothes from those places, but I don't treat my clothes that way.
Mm,
So I rock t-shirts from Old Navy that are a smooth 12 years old
that's what's up.
because I'm like, I just don't, because I'm washing them. Now,
Right, right.
if I let old dude on the corner just throw all that shit in the dryer and them hot ass dryers and put him on high and let him run for 2 hours, yeah, that's not gonna work. Everything will be singed. Everything would have burn holes in it. I'm not doing that. So you can be at a hotel and they can do that service, but it's like if you're in a place where there are a lot of hotels, there's probably not a laundromat where you can wash it yourself. And
Yeah.
hotels don't have their own like washrooms really, you
Yeah,
know?
nah.
Yeah, they want you to
Huh.
use their service and pay for it and tip them and all that kind of stuff. So you end up having to buy like a little bottle of detergent and you just wash your unmentionables in your bathroom sink and you rinse them out real good and you roll them up in the towel and then you hang them dry on the curtain rod and that's what we're doing. And I'm not
Yo.
above doing that either, but I don't know if I want to do that for 2 weeks. So just just let me know if there's a place where I can go and wash my stuff so I don't have to pack a whole bunch of things.
Yo,
And then I'm fine.
that's really
I
like messing with me. Like, I so sincerely want to pause the recording to call my dad. Like, yo, you know if there's a laundromat somewhere
Mm,
in DR that I don't know about? And I'm sure there is. It has to be in like the main capital. Like in,
right.
like there's too many people there. But like I definitely know like in the town that he's from, like, nah. Like Bonao, I can't imagine there's a laundromat by his hood.
Right.
Like
So then how do people wash their clothes just in general there?
right. Like if you're well off, you had your machine.
Right.
But like I would assume most people hand wash. Like
Okay.
I'm sure like my mother's side of the family hand washed and hung.
Mm.
You hand wash and then
Yeah.
you hang it up by the rope with the little
Yeah,
clip-on
the
things.
clothespins. Yeah.
Yeah.
I lived the last place I lived in Atlanta before I moved to New York. It was a house and it had a washer dryer connection, but I didn't have a washer and dryer to put in it. I was renting the house. And so I was in this house, I was still going to laundromats.
Yeah.
Um, and then my neighbor, they were an older couple, and I think they had a washing machine. I don't know if they had a dryer, but occasionally in their backyard, they would just have all their clothes hanging, sometimes on a clothesline, sometimes just on the fence around their property.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was just like, "Yep, that's what we're doing," you know?
Yo.
Um, yeah, so but there was a laundromat around the corner from me because, those were older houses and they weren't always equipped with a washer dryer
Right.
connection. Like the connection in that house I was in was in a part of the house that was added on later.
Mm.
So it made so there was a laundromat around the corner, or as I'd heard people in that neighborhood call it, a wash house.
Okay.
And so you just go down to the wash house and you wash your stuff, and then you take it away and hang it. Either hang it, at your place, or if there were no dryers, it's just, yeah,
I love all about that.
yeah.
Watch House sounds like a place where like you live after you pass your prime.
Oh, that's a washed house, not a wash house.
I rock with that right there, yo. Hell yeah. Welcome to the Watched House. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I peaked in 84. This is me here. But like I'm thinking about that, like even at my parents' house, like I remember when my parents bought their house
Mhm.
and we had a laundry machine and like that was a big deal.
Mm.
And we still I didn't get a drying machine till like I don't think we had one until we were like I was like 18 or 19. So like even though we had the machine and we still had to hang the clothes. Because I
Right,
know
right.
the first house my parents bought, they bought it with my aunt and my godfather. So and the only reason this is striking like it's a memory is because my cousin who lived upstairs, Minguito, he had like fly clothes. And he
Mhm.
was like, nah, I'm not hanging my shit outside. People gonna steal it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, yep,
Like
yep, yep.
like I remember him like yelling at like his mom's like, nah, you can't hang my shit outside. Like I ain't
Mhm.
somebody will hop the fence, go to the backyard and jack my shit. And like she's like, we live on the second floor. He's like, that wouldn't stop me. And
Right.
so
Y
yeah, I remember these like very like odd discussions about hanging clothing that like admittedly now I fully understand.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, the behind the house I was living in was just a lot of woods,
Yeah,
and so there was no I could see, like, hanging stuff back there and not being worried about someone coming up from behind and getting,
yeah.
your stuff. But, And also they were an older couple, so it's like, who's really looking for more overalls for the man? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, nah, it's good. Yeah, they're very basic. But yeah, like I certainly understand. There are some things that I'm like, I don't want anyone to steal it. Now I don't know if anybody would steal it because I don't, what I find, valuable is not necessarily what everybody would find valuable. So, but
Yeah, it'd be ill if like you hung all your clothes up with like the coordinating pieces. Like, if you're gonna rob me, at least match.
yeah, at least take this. Take this whole row. Because the look will be very incomplete. If I see you on the street, you better be wearing all of it.
Oh yeah. I love that. Oh yeah. You keep that in mind if you rob her in Australia, okay?
Yeah,
Take the whole outfit, okay?
if you
Don't
take my
random
stuff from
parts.
outside, all of it. It's very Garanimal is what I'm doing. So,
Oh man, let's get into the news.
alrighty.
A monkey was shot and killed after attacking an Oklahoma woman outside her home. Hell yeah, we starting with uplifting stuff today.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez, Dixon woman was seriously hurt when she was attacked by a monkey outside her home. Brittany Parker said she was concerned for her safety when she saw the monkey acting erratically on her porch. He was jumping off of my railing and hitting my storm door. The animal broke part of the handle of her storm door. Our Parker
Oh
called the
God.
Dixon police, who arrived minutes later. The monkey came up running. The monkey came running up to the officer, then just stood around him, just staring at the officer. Said, "Tim Duncan." Tim,
No,
what?
different Tim Duncan. It is not
Yo,
basketball's Tim Duncan.
the Dixon police chief. Yo, post-career pivot right there. Parker said she felt safe enough to go outside and speak with the officer, but shortly after she walked out of the door, the animal charged at her. Yo, it was personal. He ran up my
Oh
back
my
and jumped onto
God.
my head, pulled my hair out, and then ripped my ear in half like you would a piece of
Ooh.
paper. They got pictures. Oh wow.
Yeah,
The
there are
woman,
pictures.
yeah, I thought that was like a random like ad. I just realized that it
Right.
was her ear. The woman
Yeah.
managed to run back inside her home. Her ear was mangled and severely injured. Police said the animal, which belonged to a neighbor, took off and eventually hid in the wooded area by the home. Our first concern is protecting the public safety, said Micah Holmes, the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation. The monkeys are not in the department's jurisdiction, but Holmes said wardens will assist officers if they need help during these kinds of situations. We did attempt to try to locate and catch the primate, but just was unsuccessful. Parker said she called the family friend to help. Bang.
Nope. We can't stop there. This is where the good part. Parker said she called a family friend to help. He came over here, and after I had been attacked, the monkey went out to his vehicle, slapped him across the face, and pulled his hair. And then that man reportedly shot and killed the monkey. So the cops ain't do nothing. Once again, the cops didn't do anything. We got to have vigilante justice out here.
I've been doing this for going on 20 years now. This is the first time ever for me, said Tim Duncan, police chief. I love it. Monkeys are not illegal in Oklahoma, by the way, according to the Oklahoma Department of Agriculture, Food and Forestry. So he was within his rights to be slapping people up. Only thing he did wrong was assault. Yo, I love this. Yeah, he was living his life.
No, he was not living his life. I dare say that's why he was so upset. Because if he belonged to, or whatever, belonged to a neighbor and then made it over to her house, I feel like he was mad that he had been locked up. I bet that neighbor did not take care of him. And so he's probably mad at all humans.
Yeah.
And so he was just attacking everybody.
Straight up. Because when the cop came, he didn't attack the cop. He went to complain too. He said, yo, you seen this shit? They got me in cages. You know, then the lady came back out. He chin checked her, then went back to the cop. You know, like I love it. Yo, I don't know. I'm pro monkey.
No. I love the family friend who came out there to help. The monkey came and slapped him and pulled his hair. And he was like, no, you don't, bitch. And shot and killed the monkey. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that the monkey had to come to such a violent end. But I mean, so did her ear. Like it was,
Yeah, she got the cauliflower
yeah,
ear, yo.
yeah. I don't think she has an ear to cauliflower. Like it literally ripped off the top half of her ear. I guess basically, if you are the kind of person who wants a monkey, maybe for one, don't. If you're not trained, don't do it. Two, if you're still hell bent on, I mean, take some training, figure out what they like, figure out what monkeys like. This is not a dog. You can't just tie it to the front porch and go, that's fine. It can make it to the yard to do its business.
Yeah,
That monkey will destroy your whole family.
yeah. Or a third option, further train the monkey, sign them up for jujitsu, martial arts classes in general, so he
I
can
don't,
defend himself.
I think the monkey's fine. The monkey don't need jujitsu. Neighbors need jujitsu. Teach the neighbors how to fight with the monkey. Because the monkey gonna be all right, clearly.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna teach my monkey how to shoot.
No, I don't do that.
Monkey's illegal in Oklahoma. I'm gonna give him a gun license.
Okay, you're not even gonna move to Oklahoma. Let's be real.
I'm really not.
What are you talking about? You are not going to Oklahoma.
Oh man. Gastor and Tulsa. You know what I
That sounds like a true crime show.
Oh man. In other news, ex-NBA star Shawn Kemp.
Okay, now here's ex-NBA.
Released from jail after arrest in a drive-by shooting investigation.
Oh, Shawn.
Come on, man. Rain Man? Former NBA star Shawn Kemp was released from jail on Thursday after a drive-by shooting in Tacoma. Prosecutors say right now they are not filing charges against the former Supersonic. Kemp was booked into jail in connection, with the drive-by shooting outside of the Tacoma Mall, but was released later that day after no charges were filed. The shooting call came into the police just after 2 p.m. on Wednesday. Shots were fired from a passing vehicle in a parking lot on the northeast side of the mall. Police say nobody was hurt in the shooting and that the suspect, initially identified as a 53-year-old man, was detained at the scene. Multiple sources confirmed that Kemp was the suspect.
Why? Okay, here we go. All right. Sources close to Kemp told Fox 13's David Rose that he had property stolen from his car on Tuesday, tracked his iPhone to Tacoma on Wednesday, and when he approached the vehicle, a suspect shot at him.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, these ads keep popping up.
He
fired back in self-defense. Okay. Well, see, I guess those air tags are important. Maybe you just need to roll up on the bus. Have you thought about that? Gastor, just roll up. Quit telling the school to do stuff and take it into your own hands. Like a vigilante
I'm not being
monkey.
Shawn Kemp enough. You're
right.
You're
not being Shawn Kemp enough.
I need 14 more kids.
Oh, wow. I mean?
Shawn Kemp is about all of this life. He is living to the fullest.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I hope that wasn't him. I hope that wasn't him because I also am kind of like, I mean, that could be him. You know what I mean? Shawn Kemp.
There's certain people that I feel like should never have guns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Not because you're not allowed to protect yourself, but because if a crime occurs, you are too easy to find.
Right.
And I feel like 6'10", 300-pound basketball players, like,
right.
you can't be out there living that life no more. Like, you are. Yeah. There's no way that like there was a lot of other 6'10" guys in Tacoma that day. You know what I mean? They were like, I confused them with the other guy. I don't know. Might be. Like, Shawn Kemp, you are always a suspect.
I feel like if someone at the mall after being questioned was like, I don't know, it was some Shawn Kemp looking motherfucker, they probably just stopped at Shawn Kemp and went, well, it's probably him then.
He shoots people in the fall every year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you can't. Yeah, you do have to kind of be quiet with your movements.
Yeah,
if you're a former NBA player.
That's all I'm saying. Be like, you get a growth spurt, you over 6'5", like guns ain't for you no more, my G. You know what I mean?
Because everyone can ID you.
Yeah.
So,
dude, you can have a whole like batch security, and your head will still be over all of them. They will always see you. You know,
still a kill shot.
It's still you. You know, And they will still identify the people around you as you. Oh, he was one of them dudes that was hanging out with Sean Kemp. Like, it's
Right.
always you. So just never, don't be around that life no more, my G.
Yeah. Also, just let the iPhone go.
Yeah. You're Sean
Let it
Kemp.
go. Unless it's new. I understand if it was new, like I just bought this one and if it came up missing, I'm not saying I would be shooting. But I certainly would have someone drive me around on a slow roll. so I can mean mug somebody. I definitely would be yelling. I'd be shaking a fist.
Is it an emotional thing because it's the phone, or is there a dollar number that you're like, I gotta go solve this?
Currently, it's a dollar number. We ain't been close enough to be like emotional, but it's also all the stuff on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, I don't want you to get in there and see all of the pictures of my cat, because that's really all it is. It's just a bunch of pictures of my cat.
Yeah, I was thinking of that because, like, I think like there's old like laptops that I haven't backed up yet. That like if you stole that, like I'm riding. But like if it was just the $200 that laptop is probably currently worth, I would give you the $200. Like, all right, that's peace.
Yeah, no. It's this phone is too new for me to not roll up on you.
That's real.
And now the previous phone, if you caught me 2 weeks ago, I mean, it was time. Good luck with it. It's about to be a brick. That SIM card ain't working anyway. Good luck to you, buddy. But
you know, I don't think enough people like really make that connection that like their cell phone is the most expensive thing that most people own.
No, they don't. And like I remember a few years ago just reading people on Twitter kind of making that realization when someone was like, you know what I miss? Pushing people in the pool. Remember how you at a pool party, you playing around and you push someone in the pool? Yeah. I guess no one does that anymore. No one has a sense of fun. And everybody tweeted back at them, cell phones? Like, no. We have legit computers in our pocket. Try pushing me in the pool.
Yo, $1,500 computer. Yo, I'll slap you for real.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm getting out swinging. Like, you
better hope I'm absolutely.
fully clothed and heavy clothes, because the water will keep me down here long enough for you to get away.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, sometimes I think we do, and then sometimes I think we don't. It depends. Maybe it depends on how you're paying for it. I don't know. If it's just like a monthly bill that you managed to get pretty low and you're like, I don't know, I'm just paying on my phone. You think, I'm paying on the phone bill, but it's like, no, you're paying for that thing.
Yeah.
And that thing is it's a lot of money. It can do a lot of stuff, but it's also a lot of money.
Straight up.
And yeah, it's kind of wild.
Like, even if you're well off, it's probably still top 5. Like, you have like a house or car. Those usually beat it out. Not everyone has those.
Right.
And then after that, it's usually a debate between the phone and whatever computer thing you use. And those will flip-flop. If you got like an iPad, your phone might beat it. If you got like a laptop, depending on the model, your phone wins.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like, it's legitimately in most people's top 5, I think. And we just like frivolously like walk around with it, leave it on like dining tables.
Yo, leave it on the edges of stoves with a flame going.
Careless with that shit. Like, that shit is bananas. Like,
yeah, that is true. That is true. I do be trying to balance it. Like,
yo, Sean Kemp, you know what? I flip-flopped on this. Yo, shoot that dude up.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Okay. I'm with you.
I still think maybe you should lay low, Sean Kemp, just in general.
Hire people to shoot that man up. Hire me to shoot that man up. You know what I mean?
Okay,
I'm available, I don't. Sean. Not in Tacoma. If he comes to East New York specifically, I got you.
Gastor will take care of any criminal that is on his block. If he came from wherever you are to his block, then he's got you. In the meantime,
shoot me a text. I'm there. I'm on it. You cross the street, I'll let you know. I'm not going to take care of that, but I'll keep you informed.
Right, yes.
In other news, scientists have revived a zombie virus that spent 48,500 years frozen in permafrost. That's right. Was that a goal? We working. Okay. Warmer temperatures in the Arctic are thawing the region's permafrost, a frozen layer of soil beneath the ground, and potentially stirring viruses that after lying dormant for tens of thousands of years, could endanger animal and human health. While a pandemic unleashed by a disease from the distant past sounds like a plot from a sci-fi movie, scientists warn that the risks, though low, are underappreciated. Chemical and radioactive waste that dates back to the Cold War, which has the potential to harm wildlife and disrupt ecosystems, may also be released during these stalls.
Why are we constantly messing with old shit? You know what I mean? Like, why? Why would you think this is a good idea? We literally are still living in a time of a disease, like of a pandemic, of a virus, of a thing that's taken out a lot of people.
What can we do to like slow down the permafrost that's being melted? Like, this
I
is
don't know.
the
That's
only global warming thing that I'm genuinely worried about. Like,
no, that's climate change, baby. We already screwed. Yeah, everything's melting. But I feel like, but this feels like they still went under there with like hair dryers to try and to speed it up a little. And I'm like, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Be patient. Be patient. If this is how you want to die, still be patient. Don't take the rest of us with you. It's so ridiculous.
This is not right. The efforts were partly inspired by a team of Russian scientists who in 2012 revived the wildflower from a 30,000-year-old seed tissue found in a squirrel's burrow. So yeah, we get a flower out of all this stuff. You know
I mean, big deal. There are already flowers. That also introduced a new kind of pollen, and Flonase don't even handle that. So now I'm still coughing and sneezing. Just because some Russian scientists wanted a flower, stop it. Tupac wanted the rose that grew out of concrete. None of us is going to get what we want. Cut it out.
Not necessary, okay?
Why are like we did a lousy job with this virus. Like,
really
why do
did.
we introduce old ones?
Yeah, we were trash with this one.
Yeah. I mean, colds still happen. You know, people are still getting colds.
Yeah, we haven't mastered the basics at all.
Yeah.
Real talk. Like in 95, you would have told me, yo, like in 2020, you still gonna be getting colds. I'd have been like, nah, no way.
No way. Yeah, come on. We
way.
fixed that, right? No. The flu. We're still getting a flu, and we're just like, well, it's the season. Instead of taking care of it, we just give it a season.
And that season
colds are all year round. Yeah, all year round. That's not a season. That's our life.
Straight up. Cole been stretching his legs out, yo, just getting comfortable.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, now stop all this.
Yeah, I don't like it. Cut it out. Quit digging. Quit digging.
Colorado Catholic group spent millions to identify priests using gay dating apps.
What?
Yo, that title kept getting wilder. Okay.
Wait, what?
A conservative Catholic group based in Colorado spent millions to obtain data that identified priests using gay hookup and dating apps, later sharing the data with bishops nationwide. The project was carried out by conservative nonprofit Catholic Laity, Laity, and clergy. Laity, there you go. And clergy for renewal, the Washington Post confirmed. According to tax records obtained by the Post, the project's mission is to empower the church to carry out its mission and provide bishops with evidence-based resources to help further identify weaknesses in the current training.
Snitching.
Yo, straight up, digital.
Just basic snitching. This project is here to snitch.
My goodness.
Just dry snitching, wet snitching, snitching.
Yo, all the snitching possible. Done deal. The group reportedly spent at least $4 million on the project and shared the information with dozens of bishops across the country.
It does not cost $4 million to have a Grindr account. It does not cost that. Even if you decide, I don't even know. I think maybe there's a membership in the way that there's a Tinder membership where you can super like someone. There may be one for Grindr. There may be one for like Freedom or whatever Field, all these other ones,
Yeah.
but they don't cost $4 million
At all. Like now you had to keep going on dates to verify.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wasn't sure this priest was gay, so I had to keep doing it, you know?
So yeah, I'm gonna like who he liked, and then
Oh my
oh my
God. The
God,
group
this is terrible. Also, I feel like I don't know if the bishops asked for this. Did the Catholic Church ask for this? Do you know what I mean? Like someone tattletaling and just like, did you know that a bunch of your priests are gay and on apps? I'm sure the Catholic Church was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are you serious?
They're people.
Yeah, we know. It's
Um,
ridiculous. Get out of here,
yeah,
snitches.
this is terrible. I'm not a fan of this. I gotta work on that. Catch people actually doing crimes. I think that's kind of the
Yeah.
move. You know what I mean? Let these dudes hook up. If you ain't a fan, let him know, hey, I don't vibe with you, and he'll tell you, hey, I get it. There's a ton of other churches that are Catholic that you could chill at in the meantime.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We don't. They're not like running out of buildings. There's a lot of them.
Yes.
You know, like
There are
there's a
a
lot of them.
lot of churches.
A
A
lot of
lot of
churches
churches.
wherever you are.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure you can find one. So yeah, if your priest happens to be on a gay hookup, and again, how would you know this? There's so much like there's so many layers to this. Like, I oh my God, at $4 million,
I know.
yo,
$4
do
million.
better. Come on, people, do better.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in y'all. Finally, the Nestle, pardon me, is making a new cereal with Kit Kat, Sha.
Huh.
That's right. Nestle has long encouraged customers to indulge in one of its famous Kit Kat candy bars when they manage to make time for a well-earned break. But now the company also wants Kit Kats to be the go-to option for breakfast. That's right. Kit Kat announced on Twitter today that it would launch a brand new breakfast cereal inspired by the candy bar. The announcement came just in time for National Cereal Day, apparently, which was last week. Breaking news: Kit Kat cereal is coming soon to a breakfast near you. Who's excited to try? There is one major catch, however, sadly. Kit Kat fans in the US may not be able to get their hands on the cereal since it's only launching in the UK starting next month. Still, the announcement immediately triggered a wave of excitement from fans who celebrated the new product in the comment section.
Okay. Hold on. How do you feel about Kit Kats?
I'm a fan, I have to say. Are you?
How often do you go for a Kit Kat?
I would say I have a Kit Kat 4 times a year.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
It's not
that's
often.
about it.
Yeah.
It's not a lot. It's not a lot. But yeah, a Kit Kat is fine with me, but it's rare that I have a craving for a Kit Kat.
Fair.
And then it's just kind of like if I'm not seeing anything else, I'm like, well, I mean, a Kit Kat will do,
Yeah.
right?
This
but
is my pro Kit Kat argument, though.
Okay.
Kit Kats are one of the few candy bars that I feel like have had the same level of enjoyment from childhood to adult.
They haven't changed anything.
Yeah, and they're also appreciated regardless of where you are in the palate spectrum.
Mm,
Like kids enjoy them okay, adults enjoy them okay. Whereas there's
right.
some candies that are like, oh, that's too sweet for an adult, right for a kid, and vice versa.
Gotcha. There. I'll tell you what. Kit Kat on my taste test show, we did Kit Kats.
Yeah.
Just because there are so many different flavors. It's not just your basic Kit Kat flavor. There's so many different flavors that I found at like an H Mart grocery store.
Okay.
And so like sake flavored. I saw at a couple of bodegas like an apple pie flavored, which was good.
Really?
That apple pie Kit Kat was hitting.
Okay.
They had one that I think might have been Japanese, and it was just ocean salt. I was like, what is that? It was like a salty, sweet kind of Kit Kat. There was a lemon one that I still dream about, like with the flavors, because it's basically just those like wafers with whatever you want to kind of put on it and a little bit of chocolate. And so there's a lot of room for remixing. All that said, I don't know if I want to start my day with a Kit Kat. Do you know what I mean?
It
Like, I
is
don't know
strong.
if, yeah, it's just with most candy bars, I don't, and that might be a difference between a candy in a cereal versus a candy bar. Do you know
Mm,
what I mean? Like, to me, a Kit Kat is always in that shape. And maybe they used to make little smaller ones,
yeah.
for Halloween or something. But I can't imagine that like smaller in a bowl. To me, you just put like Rice Krispies in a bowl and then you just break up 4 Kit Kat bars on top of it. And you're like, breakfast is served. Like that doesn't feel right in a way that I don't think a Snickers would make a good breakfast. Like
Yeah,
some
Snickers is
candies
too far.
would work, right? But some would not.
I
And
would
usually it's the Lucy like kernel based candy that would work. Your M&Ms or your Reese's Pieces or whatever. Yes, it'll mix in with the cereal, but some of them, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about a Kit Kat in the morning.
it is on the border. I'll give you that. Like
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. I would def do an almond joy cereal. I'm into that
Okay.
idea.
So
yeah, I'm hoping for that now. I like an almond
like
joy cereal.
coconut and almonds, right? And that's it, right? And then chocolate?
Yeah, I feel like it would be interesting. I don't think that's been done. I can't think of a lot
Mm-mm.
of coconut centric cereals.
Yeah, well, coconut is, I mean, you could break up a happy home with coconut.
Yo,
That ain't no halfway, ain't no halfway crooks on on coconut.
you in or you out. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
No one just kind of likes coconut, you
yeah, I'm
know?
a fan. I'm a fan. But I think that's what you need. You need like people that take hard stances. Like, yo, I'm really fanatical about the cereal. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
almond joy would rock with me as a cereal. I want to put that out there. Not a
Hmm.
candy bar, but I think Oreos would be a good cereal,
Oh, they definitely have that for
right?
sure.
Yeah, I think that works. I'm trying to think what other
Oreos
candy.
have Oreos have made their way into most of our food stuff.
Yeah,
Like
there's
there's an
Oreo steak.
Oreo
Or
pizza. You know what I mean?
would you do
Like you
a peanut Butterfinger cereal?
No, because I don't eat Butterfingers because they're too hard on my teeth.
but like if it was like crunchy, like I'm picturing like
They're too
hoofs.
crunchy. I damn near lost a tooth to a Butterfinger. I don't trust it anymore.
oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, yo.
Yeah, I know. I know. Um,
yeah,
you
I
hate
agree
to
with
see it.
Snickers. That's too far. I don't want to
Yeah,
see
it's
like Baby
too
Ruth. I
much.
think that's crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
and I love Baby Ruths. I love them. It's one of my favorite candy bars, but I do not want it in my cereal. Like I don't think a cereal version of that is doable.
yeah, I think Skittles and Tricks are like the same thing to me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like you could do a yeah, you definitely would color. I mean, it's so fruity. It's so fruity though. But yeah, I mean, Skittles would work. I
Oh,
think maybe it's just so much chocolate.
yeah, I think there's a point where it's just too far.
It's too much yeah, like I feel like Pop Tarts too are really pushing chocolate on us, and I'm like, that's not how I want to
Breakfast,
start my
yeah, that's a little
day.
heavy, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really trying it. I'm like payday, nah.
No, right. Yeah,
Hundred
I mean
grand.
that's just peanuts in a cereal.
Yeah, I really think that's why the almond joy works. It's different. I think the coconut is
So
the
then
heavy
how
part of
would
it.
you but how would you do that then in a cereal form? Would you have coconut flavored um flakes or puffed coconut or like how would you do that?
Yeah, I would do uh like frosted flakes, but half of them flavored coconut, half of them flavored chocolate, and then sprinkle in some
Okay.
almonds.
Okay. All right. All right. So flavor the flakes
Yeah,
and then have some almondy type of nuts in there.
exactly.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I see that. I see that.
You know what? I got a vision right there.
Now, is Almond Joy the dark chocolate one or is that Mounds?
It's the Mounds is dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
Almond Joy
Okay.
is milk chocolate,
Milk
coconut,
chocolate.
almond.
Got it. Okay.
Mounds is good too. No almond, but coconut dark chocolate. Not against
Yeah,
that either.
right. Yeah, I mean, again, though, boy, you gotta love coconut.
Why not? If you would like
Mm.
to fund the War Report coconut-based cereal, really, really niche product, admittedly. All you gotta do is like subscribe to the show, baby. If you're on
Right.
Apple, Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars, I get it. You're allergic to coconuts. Not for you. You know? 5 stars, you see the vision, coconut cereal, chocolate flakes. It's gonna be a game changer. First cereal to give you electrolytes. Crazy.
I I I don't think at any point can we say any of these things that we've suggested are healthy, but I will leave that to you and your doctors. I'll defer to your doctors on that one.
Don't trust a diabetic with the menu, okay?
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah,
It's gonna
no,
be
yeah,
too good or
please.
too bad for you. One of the two. And they'll be like, yo, there's way too much sugar in it. So, like, yo, is there any sugar at all in any of this?
Right.
If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter and Instagram at Silky Jumbo at Gastor Almonte. Shout outs this week to Elisa Denmark, Allende, and Black Girl Green World. With all that said, I am the soon to be multi-rich off of his coconut cereal, Gastor Almonte. Always with the equally rich off of the dark chocolate coconut cereal, Shalewa Sharpe. That's right. We got 2 flavors already. Crazy. Come on.
Yeah, already. How
Game
about
changer.
that?
Game changer. We need a mascot for the cereal box. If you got suggestions, send them our way. This has been a War Report Cereal Edition. We coming for you. Host Kellogg. Y'all ain't ready. Catch y'all next week. Peace.